Let's talk boxing. Let's talk Devin Haney, the dream. Devin the Dream Haney. Young kid, very gifted. He can box, he can maneuver the ring, great boxing IQ, coming out of the Mayweather boxing gym, trained by Mayweather Sr., trained by Mayweather himself. This kid started at 16 years old. He went over to Mexico, had his first 19, 20 fights over there because he couldn't get a license in America. That's a misconception. A lot of people say, well, why did he go to Mexico? He fought a lot of cab drivers. No, he fought some decent guys, but the reason he went to Mexico is because he couldn't get a license in the United States. He was too young. So coming back to the States, he started beating quality fighters. The kid came from nothing to something. Always had great talent, always was a prodigy, but he grinded. He truly grinded to get to where he's at now. He went over to Australia twice. The first time, the deal was bad. Cambosis was getting the lion's share of the money. Everything in the contract was going Cambosis' way. Devin Haney agreed to everything. People was like, why are you agreeing to that? You know, you usually get $2, $3, $4 million a fight. You getting the raw end of the stick. But this was a kid who wanted to get that shot. And the only way he knew he could get that shot was to sign a contract, agree to everything this man wanted, go to Australia and beat this man in his backyard. And that's exactly what he did. He went to Australia and he beat this kid in his backyard. He outboxed him, he outsmarted him, he outlasted him, he outthanked him, he used his mind. Because 80% of boxing is strategy. It's your mind. Who's the smartest in that ring? When you got skills, you outskill the other guy. The object of the game is to hit and not get hit. So that's what he did. He went over there and beat the kid in his backyard. Great fight. He used the jab. He kept the stick on him. He used the overhand right, left hook, and he just basically moved and beat the kid every round. You had the critics saying, well, wasn't enough action. They wasn't brawling. He was moving too much. These are all things that they say when a guy is a great boxer. These are all things they say when you happen to be on the other side, when you're not the one that they're rooting for, when you're not the one that they're saying that they want to be the face of boxing. But Devin Haney did everything he was supposed to do when he came out with the win. He honored the contract. He went back a second time. You hear me? He went back a second time. You know what I'm talking about? A second time. You understand? And he beat the man even worse because he dominated him with the right hand. Since they were saying it wasn't enough action and he wasn't using the right hand enough, he was just winning the fight off a jab, he bombed away on the man with the right hand. Set him up with the left, boom, with the right, with the left hook. Move, get in, get out. And then he stayed in the pocket. Over half the fight, he stayed right in the pocket with this kid and beat this kid up. But this kid was game. Don't get me wrong. Got bosses, got a lot of heart, tremendous heart. Heart of a lion. He was game. He stayed in there. He tried. But Devin Haney was just too gifted, too talented. His length too long and too smart. So now Devin Haney is the undisputed champion. The undisputed champion. You hear me? You know what I'm talking about? Holla if you hear me. At 135. And everything goes through him. Everything goes through Devin Haney. So now you got Lomachenko. Says he want to fight Devin Haney. He wants to get all the belts. He wants to be undisputed again. But this is a guy, when he had the belts, Devin Haney was his mandatory. And this was a guy who vacated the belts because he didn't want to fight Devin Haney at that time. You hear me? He didn't want to fight Devin Haney at that time because he had all the belts and he had all the power. And in the back of his mind, he was like, this kid could beat me. So he vacated the belts. That's how Devin Haney became champion in the first place. That's why they was hating on him, saying you an email champion, because they notified him that he was the champ through email. That wasn't his fault. That wasn't his fault. You hear me? That wasn't his fault. That's because this guy didn't want to fight. But now you want to fight because you want the belts back. You know, the only way you can get the belts back is to go through Devin Haney. At your last fight, at Lomachenko's last fight, Devin Haney got in the ring. And they was going back, you know, the commentator was like, when you guys gonna fight, you guys gonna fight. He looked at Devin Haney and said, this guy looks like a heavyweight. Then he said, I'm gonna need more time. What does that mean? Yeah, you're gonna need more time. More time to think about what? More time to train, more time to get in shape. You've been training for the past 6 months while you was over Ukraine serving for your country, which is commendable. We commend you for that. Because there's a war going on. That's your country. You want to go over there and be part of it. We commend you for that. We salute you for that. But you in shape.